Hello friends, welcome to today's video. I haven't done one of these in a while. I haven't done a number of videos in a while, but today I'm going to do a what I ate in a day on WW personal points. I am trying to get back on board with following the personal points program, but at the same time I'm also trying to add a little bit of convenience into my life because things are a little crazy lately, and if you didn't see my last video, I will put a link to it up here wherever that pops up and also in the description down below. Just it was a little bit of a car chat about everything that's going on in my life. But because I am trying to simplify things a little bit for myself, I am currently ordering HelloFresh meals, but also trying to incorporate them into my WW personal points. So that is what I wanted to show you today. A day that is somewhat of a convenience kind of day because I didn't necessarily need to plan my meals, but a day where I still ate really well and stayed within points and was really happy with what I did. If you stay tuned to the end of this video, I am also going to include a challenge in here for you. I am currently really focusing on getting my steps in, and there is an app that we can connect on if you are also trying to get your steps in to challenge each other and sort of see how we are against each other day to day. So stay tuned for that. I'll talk about that at the end of the video. We're going to start the day talking about my breakfast, and I kind of use the air quotes there. Those of you who watch my channel more frequently perhaps know that I'm not a big breakfast eater, and I try to just roll with that. I'm generally not that hungry in the morning, so I have larger meals a little later on in the day, but I do enjoy having my coffee, and usually I am very much a hot coffee person. But on this particular day, the air conditioning had not been turned on in my unit yet. It was getting up to like 26, 27 degrees Celsius inside my unit. It was pretty hot. So I was having some iced coffee, and I just want to show you how I was doing my iced coffee that day. So you're gonna have to excuse this clip a little bit. I realize how hard it is to show you what I'm doing, filming with one hand and trying to open things with the other. But I have there my little cup full of ice and a straw, and I put it on my scale because I find the easiest way to measure milk and not get any measuring spoons dirty is just to do it right on my scale. So basically every 15 grams of milk is 1 tablespoon. So I'm using about 4 tablespoons of 1% milk. This ends up being 1 point for the coffee. And then I'm using, sorry about how shaky this is. I'm using some skinny syrup here. This one is a caramel mocha. I like my iced coffee a little sweeter than my hot coffee, and that was about 2 pumps in total. It was a little hard to do again with one hand. And I'm also adding in my Starbucks cold brew to make a 1 point iced coffee for the day. I did end up having 2 of those, so I counted 2 points for the milk in my coffee. Now let's go on to my lunch, in which I get a lot of veggies and some good protein. I have really been enjoying finding salad kits that end up being fairly low point once you factor in the veggies that you get as part of it. Here I have a Southwest chopped salad kit. And what I do with that to add in protein is I will add in half a block of air fried tofu. This is the tofu that I'm using, and I just have some of it pressing right now in my tofu press. Let me know if you're interested in seeing more about this gadget. I find it to be really super useful and helpful. So basically, once I end up pressing the tofu, I get it chopped up into little cubes like this. This is a different tofu than I usually use. It's a bit more crumbly than the one I'm used to. But basically I just pop it in the air fryer like that with a little spritz of oil, and then it gets nice and crispy. You can see the little brown crisped up tofu chunks in there, and I use half of the salad kit, and that becomes my very filling, veggie-filled, protein-filled lunch. And it's just super convenient to do. I just throw the other half-pressed block of tofu in the fridge and chop it up for tomorrow's salad. For me, on my WW Personal Points plan, tofu is 0 points. It's one of the proteins that I chose because I do eat tofu a fair bit. I believe I chose chicken, beans and legumes, and tofu. And then in terms of other things that I have as 0 points, brown rice and avocado are 0 point for me. And fruit is also 0 point for me because I don't have a problem with blood sugar. So the entire lunch there, it's 4 points for half of the salad kit, but you get 2 points back for the non-starchy vegetables. So really overall, it ends up being about 2 points for this lunch when you factor out the veggies that's part of it. I will also mention that I do end up drinking enough water each day to get an extra point back as well. I generally have a bottle that holds about 4 cups. 4 cups of water, and I'll drink 2 to 3 of those a day, which gives me more than enough water to get my water point from WW. And now we're going to go into the HelloFresh meal that I made. And what I find very helpful is when I am choosing my meals for HelloFresh, and what I do is I choose 3 meals that are 2 servings per meal. That gives me 6 dinners through the week, and also then 1 night for if I want to have something different, if I want to go out for dinner or something like that. That's all built in. But when I'm choosing the meals, I'm able to go in and see the ingredients in each meal. And generally they also tell you the amount of ingredients in each meal. So I'm able to put those non-zero ingredients into my app and see how much each meal is going to be. So let's take a look at the dinner that I did this night. You can see there I've got my bag of ingredients, and I am making smart jalapeno popper turkey bake. I mentioned that chicken and turkey is free for me, so just as we're paused here on the ingredients, I will tell you how I added the points into this meal. I added in 1 cup of cooked broccoli just to give me the point back for the veggies. I would estimate between the zucchini and the broccoli, it might have been a little more than a cup that I had there for the serving, but I wanted to estimate on the safe side. This meal also contained cream cheese, and I counted 4 points worth of cream cheese for the serving I was making of the meal. It also contained half and half cream, and the amount for the serving that I was having was 2 points. And then it also contained shredded cheddar cheese, and it contained 1/8 of a cup for the serving I was having, which I counted as 2 points. So overall, it was an 8-point meal, and I got 1 point back for the veggies. Now, their meal looked lovely and much more appetizing than my meal ended up looking. I think the reason why was they ended up being able to keep the melted cheese on top of theirs for the photo. When I took mine out of the pan, the melted cheese sort of fell to the bottom, but I have to say it was still a very delicious meal. Lots of veggies, the cheese flavor was really nice all the way through, and those jalapenos in there for the heat just made it delicious. I think there would probably be a way to make this slightly lower point than what it was, but the combination of turkey and jalapenos and cheese all baked together with a little bit of, I think it was like a Cajun spice that was in it, was super delicious, and I think could be done, as I said, quite well for a WW meal. I think what I would probably do if I was to make something like this again is I would just mix the roasted broccoli and zucchini into the overall casserole mix before topping it with cheese, because I did find that I liked mixing it all together when I was actually eating it. Now, to end off the night, I was still feeling just a little bit peckish, so I decided to have apple nachos. And I got this idea from Nikki from the channel Nikki Gets Fit, who I really enjoy. So I basically took a beautiful Honeycrisp apple and sliced it up into slices, put that out on a plate, and then I made up a peanut sauce, basically from a powdered peanut butter. I know a lot of people use PB2. The one that I used is a different one. I'll just put a picture here of it, but basically the same thing. And I measured out into a little bowl exactly 1 point of the powdered peanut butter. I used about a pump of that skinny syrup that I had that I put into my coffee. That just added a little bit of sweetness to it. And then I added just enough hot water to make it the consistency that I want it, so I could really pour it over top of the apples. And then I used half a bar of a pure protein lemon cake bar, which ended up being 2 points. I just chopped that into little pieces. I wouldn't necessarily do that with the lemon chocolate bar or the lemon protein bar again. The taste didn't really go together super well, but it was a really nice, sweet, desserty hit at the end of the night that had a lot of good protein in it and only ended up being 3 points. So in terms of points for this day, I ended up using 17 points, But between my water and my veggie intake, I ended up getting 4 points back again. And I will also mention that I ended up walking just over 15,000 steps that day, which gave me back 6 weekly points. And this brings me to the point I made at the start of the video, the challenge that I have for you. I have a few friends that I'm currently challenging to step competitions, to daily step challenges, and I'm doing that through an app called Stride Kick. And I'll put a picture of it up here so that if you want to go and download it from the App Store, I believe you can get it for Android and I have it on my iPhone. You're able to put that in there, create an account, and then you can connect with friends and challenge your friends and see how far they're walking per day. It's really been motivating me to get my steps in. As I mentioned, have a few people I'm connecting with. So if you are going on that app and you want to connect with me and challenge each other and keep an eye on each other's steps, I will put my username up here. It is MelissaJG. Feel free to add me as a friend on the app if you want to download it, and we can motivate each other, because I might be a little bit of a competitive person, to get our steps in, get some really good exercise, and just get our bodies moving. So that is my video for today. I hope you liked it. I would like to do more of these fitting HelloFresh into the myww plan kinds of videos, because I am going to be getting these HelloFresh meals for a little bit longer. I'm enjoying doing that just to help simplify my life a little bit right now and really enjoy some delicious food that is not like takeout food. So give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know down below if you are going to connect with me on Stride Kick. I keep forgetting the name of it, but that's what it's called. And thank you so much for watching my video today. If you are interested in watching any more of my content, I will put some of it up here on the end screen. I will put my last grocery haul that I did that was a while ago, but you may be interested in watching that. And I will also put up here probably my most popular video to date, my experience of the first 30 days of owning my Peloton bike. I will also put up here somewhere my face so you can click on it and subscribe, because please subscribe to my channel. I would enjoy so much having you here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!